We're going to work with this one here to figure out the double meridian distance. So if you can take, I'll try sliding it over so I can work with the worksheet on the other side. Try sliding it over here so you can see the worksheet here. Okay, so we have the double meridian distance we're going to figure out. Grab myself a pencil. So the first thing we're going to work with is we're going to want to label the courses. Okay, so down the left-hand side of the page here I have course. And basically, it doesn't matter if you go clockwise or counterclockwise around your figure. But, so I'm going to start out with course 2 to 3. That's not a very good pencil. Course 2 to 3. And then I'm going to go from 3 to 4. And then from 4 to 2. So I labeled my courses on there. So now the next thing that we want to do is we want to label the change of latitude and the change of departure. Okay? So the change in latitude from 2 to 3, so the change in northing, right, is 452.86 minus 100. So that's 352.86. Okay, we're going in a positive direction. So I leave it positive. Okay? The change in departure is 1153.35 minus 1000. So that change in departure is 153.35. Okay? That's also positive. It's positive because we went in the positive direction. So we're adding in the easting. Okay? So that's the first things that we have to label there. So our change in latitude and change in departure from 2 to 3. Now we're going to come down and figure out what the change in latitude and departure is from 3 to 4. Okay? So can someone tell me what the change in latitude is from 3 to 4? You can't read those numbers? Okay, so the northing at 3 is 452.86. And the northing at 4 is 189.81. What does that change?
263.05.
So it's 263.05. Now, did we move in the negative or positive direction?
Negative.
We went to the negative, so we want to label that a negative. You'll see where that comes into account shortly. Now the easting is at 3 is 1153.35. And the easting at 4 is 1442.62. What is the change in departure there? 289.27. Why would that be negative?
Because you're headed south.
No, but we're working in the easting. So it's adding.
My bad.
So it's a plus, right? That's what I'm glad you said. So this is a positive because we're still heading in the positive east direction, right? If we were heading west, then it would be a negative. So now we'll do the change in latitude and departure here from 4 to 2. So this is a pretty easy one to do. The northing at 4 is 189.81 and the northing at 2 is 100. So we're going in the negative 89.81 feet in the change in latitude. The change in departure is a pretty easy one too. It's 1442.62 minus 1,000, and we're heading it'll be 442.62. Sorry, I said 82. 62. We're heading in a negative direction there too, right? We're going west. So, all right. So we filled out all the stuff we know. Okay, we went around our figure, filled it all out. Now we know that from the PowerPoint we just talked about, that the double meridian distance of the first course is equal to our departure. So I can write the 153.35 in the DMD column there because we know that that's equal. It's always equal to the first departure. Okay? So here's where the confusing part starts. I'm going to just slide these over the top of each other because we don't need to see our figure anymore. We have everything that we need that we extracted from this. So first, in order to find the double meridian distance of 3 to 4, we have to take and add the double meridian distance to the departure, and then add that to the departure of 3 to 4. Okay? So someone give me, or add these together for me, and that's going to give us our double meridian distance for 3 to 4.
595.97.
Okay, 595.97. Alright, so then we're going to want to find our double meridian distance at 4 to 2. So we do the same thing. We add, and then populate it over here. So we're going to add 595.97 plus 489.27 plus a negative. And what does that give us? 442.62. Okay? So what did we say when I was going through the PowerPoint? That's our check, right? So 442, our departure here should equal the double meridian distance we get here, but just with a different sign. So this is our check. So this check's okay. We did our math across correctly. Okay?
Is that because it's a closed figure?
Yes. If it was not a closed figure, you would not get these answers. So you want to make sure that you have a closed figure before you go and do one of these area problems. Alright, so now we're going to try to figure out our double areas over here. So how we do that is we take our latitude times our double meridian distance on the same line. So I'm going to take 352.86 times 153.35. What answer is that?
54,111.28.
Okay? And it goes in the positive column because it's a positive. The sign wasn't changed to anything different. So it stays in the positive column. So let's do that for the next one. So we take our latitude times our double meridian distance, and that gives us a certain distance, or a certain double area. So it goes in the minus column. So I don't have to put a negative in front of it. It's 156,829. Sure, it's 829.51.
Yeah, I got 7.
What'd you get?
769 is the last 3. Yeah.
156,769.91.
Yep.
Okay. I punched in a wrong number there.
Okay.
All right, now let's do the next column, and we're going to go do the same thing. Latitude times the double meridian distance. So it's 39,751.70.
That's a negative.
Yep, I put it in the negative column. You don't have to keep the sign because we're putting it in the negative column. Okay, so now there's a check that we can do going across here. So if I take the sum of these columns as we go through, if I add these together, so take and add these together, these three numbers, sum up all the latitudes. It should equal 0, hopefully.
Yep.
If it's a closed figure, so that equals 0. Let's add up our departures. That should also be a 0 because it's a closed figure. What does that one add up to be? Okay, so that's a 0. So these all check, okay? These three things here check that we did our math correctly. Now, let's add up the double area plus column and the double area negative column. Well, the plus is easy. So that's 5411.08. Then the negative column is what do we have? 521.61. Okay. So now what do we do with these? We want to add them together. So, which is the same thing. Okay, so if I take 54111.08 and I take my 196.521.61, I'm going to subtract them because this is a negative. So I brought down the negative here. So we're going to sum them together, and I get 142,410.53. Okay? Doesn't matter. We can drop the sign now. Okay? So this is our double area. All right? That is our double area in square feet. So now all we have to do is take that 142,410.53 and we're divided by 2. I did that backwards. I don't want to divide 2 by that. So we'll see here. That comes out to be 71205.27, and that's square feet. Okay? So we just figured out the square footage of that figure. Well, let's figure out the acreage then. 71205.27, and we're going to divide it by 43,560. And that's going to give us our acreage. It's 1.63 acres. Okay? So let's do a check there real quick. So we just ran through and did all this. So my triangle method, the answer is right up here. That's why I did the triangle method. So they look like they match. I got 71,205 square feet and 1.63 in the triangle method. 71,205, 1.63. So.
What was the one right above square feet? 14.2?
142.
Yeah, what was that number?
410.53.
Okay, I rephrase. What's it labeled?
Oh, what's it labeled? This here, it's the double. This is the double area. Double area. So then we take and divide it by 2 to make it the actual area. Okay? Any questions on that? Pretty straightforward. As long as you can figure out what the change in the coordinates are. Now, chances are I'm not going to give you a problem that's going to have the coordinates already made, right?
Oh, of course.
So it's going to be much like your homework, where you have to figure out the coordinates, and that's what's going to get you the rest of the stuff you need to know for the rest of these. Because for the homework, you have to do area by triangle, area by DMD, and then area by coordinate. So you're going to have to figure out the coordinates, right? So we talked about that already. That's the change in latitude is the cosine, or the cosine of the bearing times the distance. That's your change in latitude. And the change in departure is the sine of your bearing times your distance, and that'll give you your change in departure. So just remember that. All right, let's move on to the next problem, which is example 2. Okay, so we solved this one already via the triangle method. And what did we get for this one? We got 4.55 acres. So I haven't tested this one out yet. I did the other one yesterday, but so we're gonna go through and try getting this one. So let's do this real quick. I'll zoom in so you guys can get to your the information off of this. The bearings and distances. Or not bearings and distance, the coordinates. So it's a 4-sided figure. Has the coordinates as such. Label them the numbers. Can't really see the numbers there.
It's not left too.
There you go. So now you can see the numbers. Okay, you can see the numbers. So I would go in the order that they are put around there, and you can even start your sheet. Start labeling it for the course if you want. So 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 5. We're not talking times a day, we're work days. Sure. Now you guys can ignore this line. That line was just in there from the triangle method. So. When everybody's ready to move ahead, let me know, and we'll move on to doing the coordinate method. Not coordinate method, sorry, the DMD method. I'm pretty sure that I put a due date on your homework. So you might want to go and check Blackboard and make sure you pay attention to the due date on the homework. I think I put it out there for you.
Blackboard.
On Blackboard?
12.
Did it? The 12th. So it's due the 12th. We'll have covered everything by then.
That is a
I knew
week from
exactly when
today.
you were putting all the homework in. A little Blackboard after.
Yep.
Next week, Monday. So next week, Monday is when the homework's due. We'll probably correct it in class. And then next week, Tuesday, will be the quiz. Then you guys are on your own the following week, because I'll be in Las Vegas. There won't be any class, but you guys will have stuff to do.
Dirty. Why not? That's dirty.
What week is that?
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
You guys get spring break before spring break. For me.
My
Still have to be here for Tim.
My birthday week, so take this whole day off. And then Monday, actually Monday's my birthday, and I'll this whole day off.
Nice.
That's super cool. Can you tell that story again?
We'll have to go to the bars Sunday night.
Busy. Live reports.
All right, can I move on to starting to calculate this? Did you guys get your northings and eastings written down? Almost? Okay. I'm going to move on. Okay, so keep this mental picture in your mind. We're going to move on to do the area here. All right. So I want to label my courses first. So I'm going to go from 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, and 8 back to 5. We have a 4-sided figure, so we should have 4 courses listed. Okay? Alright, so can somebody give me the change in latitude and the change in departure for each one of these? So we'll go with latitude, then departure. Latitude, departure, latitude, departure, latitude, departure.
399.24
399.24.
and 85.03 for departure.
85.03. Either of them negative.
No.
Nope, we're heading in the northeast direction, which is the plus plus direction. Okay. Latitude for 6 to 7.
0.
Okay. We're 0 there. Same coordinate. How about the departure?
368.73.
368.73. Okay. 7 to 8. Oh, what are the signs there? They're both positive, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're heading in the east direction there. 7 to 8. Change from 7 to 8.
Negative 399.24.
Okay. And for then the departures from 7 to 8.
171.12.
And that's a positive because we're still heading in the positive direction.
170.60.
Yeah, it would be 170.60. Okay, 170.60. All right, how about from 8 to 5?
Latitude is 0.
0. Departure?
I think it's a negative 624.36.
It is a negative 624.36.
Sorry.
You're good to go. So, all right, let's quick do our check on these columns and make sure we have a closed figure. So we're going to sum these up. Sum those up. Looks like they sum up to 0. That's an easy one. Okay, let's sum these ones up, see what they sum up to be. They sum up to be 0. Okay. All right, so what's my DMD here?
85.03.
Yes. It's 85.03. Why?
Because it's the same as your departure.
Yes. First course, DMD is always the same as, or it's equal to the departure. Okay, so let's figure out the DMD for 6 to 7. So we're going to go there, add, then down, add, and then drop it over. 538.79. Okay, same thing here. We're going to go over, add, down, add, and then bring it over. 1078.12. Same thing here. Over, add, down, add, and bring it over. What is it? 624.36. So we have our check there again. So we checked these, we checked there. This is equal to this, but with a different sign. So they cancel out essentially. So we're good to go there. Okay, so our figure is a closed figure, basically what this is telling us. And it also tells us that we went through this math correctly. Alright, so let's go ahead and figure out our double area. So we're going to times this the latitude times the double meridian distance. And that's going to give us a positive something or other. Whatever, right?
33,947.
Can you repeat that?
33,947.38.
Okay. How about from 6 to 7?
0.
Oh, 0. Okay. 7 to 8?
430. 428.
What was it? 430?
428.
428? 63?
Yep.
Okay. 0.63. And that's a negative, right? Because I'll put it in the negative column because there's a negative here. And then 0 again. Okay. Easy to sum these ones up. Okay. So I'm going to take, basically add these together with some negatives. So it's be 33947.38 minus 430,428.63, and that gives me what?
396. 481.
0.25?
Yep.
Okay. So that's my double meridian distance, right? This is my DMD. So what do I need to do there? Yep. 396,481.25 divided by 2. And that's going to equal what?
198 square foot.
198,
240.
240, 63 square feet. All right, how many acres is that? How do I know that?
43,560.
198, 240.63 divided by 43,560. 4.55 acres. Okay, so if I look back at my diagram, when I figured it out with the triangle, we got the same thing, right? This one's off by about, it's just a rounding error is all that is in the square feet. So, I mean, it's not really technically an error. It's off by 1 square, well, less than a square foot. So, but it's correct. So, same acreage. So we're good there. Everybody understand what we did at the top of the page here? Alright, so we figured out the double meridian distance of example 2. So let's figure out example 3.
Yeah, why not?
So here's example 3. I'm going to have to zoom out a bit. Ah, of course. Alright, there's example 3. This is a 4-sided figure, no, 5-sided figure, sorry. 5-sided figure now. We're going to have 5 courses, right? Go ahead and write down the particulars, the northings and eastings. Alright, so I'm going to take away example 3 here. We'll move in with a new one. Okay, so our first course is what? 9 to 10?
Yep.
10 to 11. 11 to 12. 12 to 13, and 13 to 9, right? Those are our courses. So it's a 5-sided figure. We're showing 5 courses. So what's my change in latitude for the first one?
73.69.
373.69, right?
Right. Oh, my bad.
How about the change in departure?
31.46.
31.46. They're both positive because we're heading in the northeast direction, right? How about from 10 to 11? The change in latitude.
161.87.
161.87. How about the departure? Change in departure.
How about 333?
What was it?
332.64.
332.64. Okay.
Those are 4.
How about the change in latitude from 11 to 12?
Negative 173.44.
Negative 173.44. Change of departure?
Negative 75.21.
75.21. Okay, they're both negative because we're heading in the southwesterly direction, right? That's a negative direction. 12 to 13. Change in latitude.
Negative 362.12.
Okay. And the change in the departure? 152.62. Okay, and that's a positive, right? Because we're heading more in the southeast direction with this one. If we look at the map. So we have a negative in the northing, but a positive in the easting. Okay, so how about the change in latitude for 13 to 9?
0.
0. Made it easy on you guys. And then how about in the change in departure?
441.51.
441.51. Okay.
What's that?
All right, what's the DMD?
31.46.
31.46. All right, let's go through the process and figure out all our DMDs. We'll go this way, add, populated there. So 10 to 11, what's our DMD?
395.56.
Okay, 395.56. Then we're going to add. Sorry, what is our DMD here?
652.99.
652.99. Okay, then we're going to do the next step, the DMD from 12 to 13. Did you add them together? So it's 730.
0.40. That's what I got.
Okay, and then same here. Plus, minus, or plus, populated. So what is it?
441.51.
441.51. They check, so that's good, just a different sign. Let's add up our latitudes and departures. So let's add up all our latitudes, see what they give us. Hopefully they give us a 0. Change in the departures give us a 0? Yes, no, maybe so.
Working
Work harder. Yes, they do.
faster.
Alright. How about the sum of the departures? 0? Okay, so we're good there. So those check. Alright, let's find our area now. Our double area. So we'll take our latitude times the same course double meridian distance. And that'll give us our double area, which should be a positive, and is 11,756.29, and that's in the positive column. How about from 10 to 11? This times this.
64,029.3. Oh, 6400.
Point
0.3.
30. Okay. The next one. This times this.
$113,254.59.
Okay. That's in the negative column, right? How about the next one?
264,492.45.
That's in the negative column. And then the course from 13 to 9 is 0, right? Because it's 0 times 441.51.
In the positive column.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's sum these up. What's the sum of the pluses?
75785.59.
Sum of the negatives?
377747.04.
Okay. Let's add those together. So 75785.59 plus the negative, I'll say 377747.04. That equals what?
301961.45.
Okay, so that's our double, right? So we got to divide that by 2. This is our double area, so now we're making it the actual area in square feet, which is
150980.73
square feet. Alright? And how about, let's turn the square feet into acreage. 15980.73 divided by 43,560 square feet to acreage, and our acreage is 3.47 acres. Okay? So now if we look at our triangle area, right, rounding errors are going to throw us off in the square footage, but if I look, this is what our total was for the triangle method. We're off by 3 square feet, but acreage we're right on. So just a rounding thing between the two methods. And you'll see when we get to the coordinate area, there'll be a rounding thing there too. Depends on how many decimals you take it out to when we're doing the calculations. So that is the double meridian distance method. Now you guys are armed to be able to do that method.
Right.
All right. So I'm going to give you the rest of the time